Hey, you guys, we are back again with another story time from my bedroom. These days are flying by. We up at it again. So go ahead, you know the routine. For God's sake, subscribe to the channel, will ya? It's free. Push the bell for notifications and give the video a thumbs up after you watch it. And go ahead and leave comments. And all to my new subbies this week, I say hello to you. We load videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it is Friday, and we are here again with another video. You guys, I don't even know what I'm going to call this one yet. I just thought of this story and just burst out laughing. I said, let me get the story out while the giggles are still flowing through my veins, y'all. So this story here was when I was married to my ex-husband. Well, he was my husband at the time, but you know how I go. So we were going through like some serious stuff, y'all. We weren't liking each other. We weren't feeling each other. He was on some other stuff. I just wasn't feeling him. But we were trying to, quote unquote, I think I was more or less trying to make it work, okay? So at this particular time, you guys, I'm in school. I think I was in college at the time. And he was working full-time, making pretty good money or what have you. So he was responsible for, of course, the rent. So he would pay the full amount of the rent. And then I would try to get like the little bills around the house, you know, gas and electric, little small bills, my cell phone bill, and make sure, you know, the kids got little lunch money and stuff like that. Well, I don't know what side of the bed this nutball woke up on, y'all. But one day he decides, look at this, I ain't paying rent no more. Who's going to pay the rent? Now, mind you, we're not living in any type of subsidized housing. We're not living in any rent control type place. This is full rent. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not paying the rent? Well, I just need you to start going half and half with me. Half and half? This ain't milk you put in your coffee. This ain't half and half lemonade and tea. You already know I don't have half of the rent. So where is this coming from? I think he was going through a midlife crisis, but the fool wasn't even midlife yet. He was in his 30s. I was in my 30s and he was in his 30s. Late 30s, but we was in our 30s. So he just decided he wasn't paying the rent no more. So what he was doing was he started buying tires and rims for his car. So he had this blue, I think it was a Chevy Impala or whatever, and it was one of those long body ones. And so he started coming in like every 2 weeks. He would buy for every 2 weeks for a month. He came in with a rim, like a tire and a rim. The tires were X amount of dollars, and they were like the big tires. And the rim was like, I don't know how much the rims was, but all I know was he wasn't paying the rent. So I'm like, what is going on? Are you going to pay the rent? I mean, you're just going to like really buy tires, y'all? It was just a big fiasco or what have you. And we was going back and forth and arguing about this whole situation. Like, this is some absolute bull crap. So at this time I was in church, but he wasn't in church. He would come and just visit. So I went in confidence to talk to my pastor, like, hey, I don't know what's going on with him, but he's not paying the rent. He's not going to pay the rent. He was like, what do you mean he's not going to pay the rent? I said what I said. He's not. He woke up and said he wasn't paying the rent no more. He was like, so what is he doing with his money? I said, he's buying tires and rims. My pastor just dropped his head like, you have got to be kidding me. Yeah. So what the church did was the church helped me with like my rent or what have you until I could figure something out. I don't know if this brother was going to have a change of heart. I don't know what was going to happen where or whatsoever. So all I'm thinking is I got to get a game plan. If I need to drop out of school and go to work, I'm going to do what I need to do. So me and my kids, and I had 4 kids at the time, y'all, ain't nobody taking in 4 people. Ain't nobody taking in 4 kids and an adult, okay? Because you ain't coming if we get kicked out. So nobody has room to take in 5 people in their home. And I'm not about to be homeless. So I decided one day, I said, let me go get me a hotel room. I said, because I'm about sick of this mess. I just need to get away. I need to think. I need to figure out a game plan. You in my face, and I need to just get away. So he decided he wanted to go with me to the hotel room for whatever the reason. Y'all, I don't even remember what the reason was, how he even ended up getting there. He was like, okay, let's just go to the hotel room, and then we can go out to eat dinner, and then we can go to the show. And I'm like, for what? I just want the rent paid. I'm trying to get away from you because you're stressing me out or what have you. So he was like, well, we're going to talk about the whole situation and da-da-da-da-da. Now, mind you, I think this fool decided he wasn't going to pay the rent so that he could get his rims and stuff, because it would have took him longer to get the items that he wanted, get the rims and the tires, if he would have paid rent. So his way of going about saying, I'm not going to pay rent, made it within a month's time he can actually get his rims and tires. And when he found out that the church had helped me with my rent, then that gave him that leeway that he needed. Now, mind you, after that, he was like, I'm going to get what they call, I think it's called a starter kill or something. This is some type of device that you put on your car, and if anybody ever tries to crank it up or break the turn the key thing, then the car engine would just totally shut down. And by this time, I freaking went ballistic. I went ballistic before, but I went mega ballistic this time. I said, ain't no way you buying nothing else and you about to have me and my kids homeless. I said, you're not buying. I said, I wish you would buy a starter kill. It's just going to be kill, because I'm a kill you. Remember how Jesse was like, kill, cha, cha, cha. You're going to be dead, and I'm not playing with you. So he decided he wanted to go with me to the hotel. Really, I didn't want him there, but whatever. So we ended up going to the hotel. We ended up having dinner. He was talking about, I'm going to get right. I'm not going to, I just wanted to get that stuff out the way and da-da-da. And I'm looking at him like, you have got to be the dumbest person I have ever met in life for you to even put your family in that type of situation. Have you ever heard of layaway? Have you ever heard of a payment plan? But at this point, I really didn't trust him to pay the rent, because if you would do something like that because you want to get something so frivolous and not even think about your children and your wife being homeless, I can't fool with you. I got to have a plan B and C, because you're not going to have me and mine on the street. So this is what happened. Now, mind you, let me rewind back. I went and talked to my pastor, and my pastor said, we'll help you. You contribute to the church and all that different stuff. We'll help you pay your rent. And they helped me pay my rent for that month. And I think it was a little bit, like we had a little bit money after or something like that. And this is what he told me. He said, God gonna get him. He said, ain't no way God is not going to get him when you're putting your family in jeopardy for a selfish reason. He said, I don't know where his brother head is at, but God gonna get him. And I told him, I said, to God be the glory for the things that he have done and about to do. I was in agreement with it. Get his stinking tail. So y'all, we go have a dinner. We had dinner. We were going to the movies. Mind you, we're out at the show that's out in Springdale. What's it called? Springdale 27 or 28 or how many ever movie screens they have is what the name of it. Springdale 28 or something like that. So we go see the movie. Now we're going to see Biker Boys. Do y'all remember the movie Biker Boys? So we go see Biker Boys, and they got the motorcycles in there. We're having a good old time. We're laughing, we're giggling, the whole shebang or whatever. The movie is good. I'm forgetting about all the crap he done did. I've still got it in the back of my mind, but I'm having a good time. I really enjoyed the movie. So we go to leave out, y'all. And so we walk out into the parking lot. And we walk down the aisle. And we looking. Okay. Well, maybe you parked over. Maybe we parked over there. Okay, well, maybe we parked over there. Yeah, it was crowded. We was rushing in because we didn't want to be late. So we go to the next little parking lot aisle. Oh, well, maybe we park back over this way. Oh, yeah. I think I do remember parking over this way because we did come in like at an angle. So we go over to the other little thing. The car ain't there. Look at God. Want to do it when he won't. The car wasn't there. So next thing you know, he was like, they stole my car. This fool, first of all, let me describe him to you. He like maybe 200 pounds, bald-headed, dark-skinned, about 5'11", 5'12", hollering. You ever seen those movies where people be like, why? That's how he hollering in the air. They stole my car. And I'm sitting there like, oh, they stole your car. So he go running through the movie theater, running back into the movie theater. Mind you, did we have a cell phone? We had a cell phone. He must have forgot he had a cell phone. So he run in there, call the police. So the people inside the movie theater getting like a little frantic because the way he's yelling, you would have thought somebody got shot. You would have thought it was a sniper out there just taking people out in the parking lot. The level of stress and horror and hysteria that's in his voice. Call the police. So they're like, okay, what's wrong? Call the police. So they're calling 911. Somebody needs you to get here. We're at Springdale 28, blah, 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 blah. I can't believe. So he's all in the front, just in the front of the movie theater, y'all. Frantic as heck. I'm standing there like this. Boy, I wish I would have had a cigarette like Stella Got a Groove Back. Remember how Stella went like this? Not Stella Got a Groove Back. What was that? Wait till it say. Remember Angela Bassett had that cigarette. I should have had me a cigarette for this. When she was smoking like this. It is trash. No, it won't happen again. I'm sitting there like, look at God. And he was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So the sheriff come up, because out there they got sheriffs. The sheriff pull up, put us in the car. So the sheriff in the car, y'all. What happened? What happened, sir? Come outside. My car gone. This how he talking the whole time. My car gone. He was like, oh, you called because your car got stolen. He was like, yeah, they took it. They took it. He was like, okay, well, you may not have known. There's been a lot of car thefts up here in the show. We didn't know that because we very rarely went to that show. But come to find out, they have been stealing cars out that lot for a minute because they know people inside watching the show for 2 or 3 hours or however long the movie is, and they out there stealing people's cars. So what does the car look like? So he tell him it's blue, it got rims on it, and da-da-da-da-da. And the rims cost, y'all, if I'm not mistaken, I think the rims and the tire may have cost like $2,700. And the man was like, you got a 84. I think it was like a 80. I don't know. But whatever the year was, the man was baffled that you would invest $2,700 in such an old car. So he was like, you got a 84, 85 Chevy Impala, and you put $2,700 worth of tires on it? And I'm sitting in the car like, somebody finally understand what I'm saying. I'm still sitting in the back of the car, the police car like this, smoking imaginary cigarettes, y'all, like, get him. He was like, okay, sir. He was like, no, I take that back. He told him, he said, it's a 80-something, whatever, Chevy Impala. And they was like, why would they steal a 80-something Chevy? He insulted that man's whole entire vehicle. He was like, I had rims on it. He said, oh, okay then. And then the man, now the sheriff is turned around in the seat, y'all. We sitting behind the gate, back there where the dog's supposed to be. Because this dog over here, canine over here, acting a fool. Somebody give me a rolled up piece of newspaper so I can hit him across his dumb nose. So the man turned around, he said, you put $2,700 worth of tires on an old car? Yeah. And he was like, so do you maybe know who may have took it? Maybe somebody followed you out here. Y'all, this is what he said. It's her fault. The sheriff was like, and you are who, man? I said, his wife. He was like, how is it her fault, sir, that your car got stolen? Y'all, this fool proceeded to put his face, I wish I had a piece of a gate to give you the theatrics of this fool. He put his face up to the gate. This is what happened. Thank God COVID wasn't there. I told she didn't want me to buy the starter kill. That was the only thing left I needed to buy. But she wanted to come to the hotel and go to the movies. So I didn't buy the starter kill. He was like, and sir, how is that her fault? He was like, because if she would have just let me buy that last thing when they tried to break in my car, it wouldn't have got it. He said, sir, that don't have nothing to do with your wife. She's not responsible for that. He said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to look for your car. We're going to put in a report. Do you have insurance? They was like, yeah, we got insurance. He was like, okay, call your insurance company or whatever. And if we find it, we'll make sure what's your address. Is everything on your driver's license current? Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting there looking. And he was like, then the sheriff was like, do y'all need a ride? I said, yes, we need a ride because this phone car done got stuff. I said, can you drop us off at the hotel? So he took us on down the street and dropped us off at the hotel. The entire time, y'all, he's going off. I told you to let me get that started kill. You don't never want to listen to me. You don't. By this time, I said, you know what? You should have never bought the tires. We in the back of the police car. I said, you should have never bought the tires. I said, you're going to sit there and not pay the rent so you can get some tires. I said, that's what you get. I said, that's why they get stole, because God don't like ugly. And the sheriff was just driving like, So y'all, we get to the hotel. By this time, I'm exasperated because the show let out maybe about 10 o'clock. By the time the whole thing with the police officer, it was about 11. It was about 1 in the morning. So this right here, we got to be out this hotel at 11 o'clock. I'm going to sleep here. I'm going to get me some rest or whatever. Y'all, so we go in there. He's still trying to fuss. I said, shut that junk up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I said, you was dead wrong from the beginning. Y'all, I promise to God. Here I am. Let me get my little thing comfy. I'm in the bed. I don't care. Because should never had him. Should have got him the right way. Period. I'm sleeping. I feel, y'all, something in my sha-na-na to say, open your eyes. Y'all, he never got in the bed. He's sitting in the chair next to the bed. I'm like this fool. I open my eyes like this fool looking at me like this. You should let me get that starter kill. I said, you better leave me alone. I said, you are psychotic. Leave me alone. I said, you better get out my face and quit freaking staring at me. I said, you're slow and retarded. And I turned the other way and proceeded to go to sleep. I sure did. So the next day, we had to call his people to come pick us up in Sharonville. Take us all the way home. Y'all, later on that day, the tow company called him. Guess what? They found his car back behind the warehouse, like off of Mostello Road or something like that, sitting up on blocks. Y'all, they took that car. They took the wheels and the rims. They took it down to the brake pad where the wheel hole was just open. Everything was gone. There ain't even a rim on there, nothing. Everything was gone, and it was sitting up on blocks. So why in the world did the tow people bring the car to him? They charged him to bring the car to him, but y'all, they had to put tires on the cars. They put some busted up black on black rim mismatch looking tires on that car and wheeled it to our house. Then the tires look worse than the ones that was originally on there. I think he got rid of the ones that was originally on there or sold them or did something. So literally he had no tires for this car. He was like Martin when he was in that car talking about watch my duds. And somebody had took his tires off his car. So he go out there, look at them tires, and this what the tow man did. Charged him for every single tire on that thing. They said we had to put tires on it. So I think each tire was like $25 or something. I said, oh my God. They charged him an extra $100. And he had to ride around, y'all, with that raggedy car and them busted up tires on there. I just looked at him. Y'all, and I said, that's what you get. I said, let me tell you something. You cannot put your family in jeopardy and think some good gonna come up out of it. I said, you just done lost your rabbit mind. And he just sat there looking stupid. Y'all, when they brought that car with them busted tires, I couldn't help but laugh. Because the tires before looked so much better. That car, he rode around on them tires. Them things was bald head, and they had the nerve to charge him $25. So eventually he had to go and just buy him some regular tires because you done spent all your money. Y'all, I promise to God, he had those tires and rims because he took 2 weeks to buy 2 of them with the rims and the tire. And then the other 2 weeks, he bought 2 of them with the rims and the tire. So he had, y'all, those rims on the actual car for 1 week. Because the next week, he was trying to get a starter kill, and I told him no. And then we had went to the movies. He had it for 7 days, and somebody snatched him. Y'all, I think I'm going to call this shit. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to call the name of this video. I'm going to call it God Don't Like Us. No, Jesus Take the Wheel. Jesus take the wheels and the rims. Jesus take the rims. That's what I got. Oh my God. I should call her. It's too late now. I should call her like, remember they stole your car when we went to go see Biker Boys. I may slightly be messy, but he probably sleep now because he an old man. But I sure should. I'm going to call him tomorrow, y'all. Remember you was screaming in the parking lot spring day. Talk about call the police. Oh my God. You guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications and give the video a thumbs up. Oh, did Jesus take the rims, man? He took the wheel and the rims. You guys be safe this weekend. Have a great weekend. And I will see you guys again on Monday with another story time from my bedroom. Have a good one. Peace.